Hi, everybody. It's the Me and My Boyfriend Nicole podcast. I'm Aurora.
And I'm the boyfriend, Nicole.
And we are coming to you from the comfort of Nicole's porch.
Yes.
We are outside.
We are. And it is fabulous.
Fabulous. So if you hear any weird noises, it's because we're outside enjoying the lovely southern climate.
Right? Yes. And we keep it real here at Me and My Boyfriend, Nicole.
Hell yeah, we do.
So it's us live and in person.
Yeah.
For your enjoyment and pleasure.
It entertains me.
So we just had a beautiful sushi dinner.
Oh, it was lovely.
That Aurora got it for us from
Was it Sora?
Soho. My favorite place. They have the teriyaki chicken on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
real good.
Right?
We had some really good mango rolls.
Oh, yes.
We had some mango and salmon tartare.
So good. So yummy in your mouth.
Delicious.
Yes. Delicioso.
Delicioso. Oh, muy, muy.
Caliente with the jalapeno roll.
And we're drinking wine.
Blueberry wine, girl. Keeping it nice and southern.
Yes,
Southern
girl.
and sultry.
I always think strawberry wine whenever I drink the blueberry. So I'm just going to say blueberry wine.
Right? And nothing but the best for my girl.
Mm-hmm.
She got the sushi. I brought the wine.
Yeah.
Aldi blueberry wine.
Oh, could not.
Pacific Fruit Vineyards.
Could not recommend it more.
Yes, it's fabulous.
It's our favorite.
So we have our fortune cookies.
Yeah.
From our delicious sushi dinner.
And we wanted to do a live reading.
Yes. So what does yours say, Aurora?
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What's it say?
This is kind of appropriate for tonight, considering the night I've had. Our purpose in life is not to get ahead of other people, but to get ahead of ourselves.
Ooh, boo.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Is that speaking to your soul?
That's speaking to me a little bit.
Oh.
I'm going to put this one on my phone.
Oh, I put them in my wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, my turn.
Mm-hmm. Let me hold the phone. Sorry to get my cookie. Sorry for all the people that don't like ASMR eating. I really want my fortune cookie.
All right, you can hear me opening it.
Ow.
Okay. Let's see here. And mine says, people have great respect for you. Well, duh. That's it. I guess I could speak to me too, considering my new employment and busting of thy ass that we've been doing. Oh.
Let me tell you guys.
I've had it easy for the last year or so.
Nicole, I'm so proud of Nicole, y'all. Nicole been out here. She been a working girl. She been out here busting that hump, busting that rump.
Yes.
I mean, girl, more than 9 to 5. What you mean? You've been working like 12, 14-hour shifts.
Yeah. I did 15 that one day.
Bitch.
I know, right? Having to hold on to things. I was going to fall over, but I was like, I'm here. Running stuff. Okay, maybe not running yet, but I was running my ass off.
I feel like that speaks to honestly who you are as a person. You're so enthusiastic. You don't ever do anything in halves.
No, it's everything or nothing.
And you were just like, yo, I'm going to take this new job. I'm going to kill it. And you've been going in there, finishing first, acing your tests, really just going above and beyond. And I just would like to personally applaud you if no one has congratulated you today.
Aw, I love you so much. Yes.
I gotta hype up the bestie. It's true.
I love you. I sparkle and shine. I can't help it no matter where I am. But in all seriousness, I'm trying to act like I'm not 46 years old and broke down. I'm like, nah, I can keep up with the youngins. So I gotta work twice as hard, and hold on to furniture to mobilize myself and be like, I got this shit. Like that drunk girl at the party who's like, I'm not drunk.
It's like, okay.
Right? I'm like, I'm not tired. I'm like, this is just really comfortable right now.
I just need to
I need to breathe for a second.
I'm checking this bottom shelf, making sure it's up to code, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get down to this angle.
Right?
To make sure these pickles is cool.
Oh my God. Oh, so yeah. So life is great. I'm exhausted, but I'm here. And I'm happy.
That's the big.
Happy. Right?
That's the biggin.
Yeah. As always, we don't really talk about where we work. You know, because we real people. I know it's crazy.
Yeah. What?
But I will say the one big thing that I've noticed about this job, rather than a lot of the jobs I've had in the past recent years, is that the higher ups, management team and above, are just awesome people. Not that people weren't awesome, but like actually care about people and their employees and other managers, and it's just
safety.
Yes, and safety, and just are just kind, generous, decent people, and are like enjoy their job.
Wow.
Right? Which it pays really well, so that really helps,
Well,
lots of bonuses, but I'm really happy to be working there. I actually feel very grateful for the opportunity for this position, and I'm enjoying it. I am busting my ass, but that's okay. They pay me for it, so.
Hey man, as long as you get paid, because maybe I shouldn't say that, but
we have worked jobs where we did
not get paid.
No, and there's certain things I can't say about it, but you can.
Girl, we were working the same job.
That's how we met.
Yeah, and checks was bouncing.
Yeah, that's why we don't work there no more.
Yeah. Anyway, all I'm saying is we have upgraded.
We have, both of us.
Yes, let me upgrade you, girl.
Right? But I have to say, it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
Because
oh man, I know.
we both have so much job fulfillment. Come on, though.
No, for real. And we both work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You work more than me right now. For sure.
Crazy.
Which, damn, I didn't think was possible.
I didn't think it was possible either. I used to whine about how much you fucking worked. And now I'm like,
Nicole.
we have our 5 a.m. phone call.
That's it.
On your way to work.
On my way to work, because you're getting up for work.
Right.
Is that the time you would be getting up normally? For
Right
work,
now,
or do you wake up a little bit earlier?
Yeah, but then there's going to be another time where it flips when I'm working nights.
Right.
And I'll be getting home and going to bed when you're getting up. And so then it'll be about 4:30 in the morning phone calls. I'll be like, rise and shine, bitch.
I'll be up. I'll be getting out of the shower. Or getting into the shower, whichever.
It's not like we haven't talked before when you're in the shower.
Exactly.
I'm like, bitch, are you in the shower? You're like, yes.
I do that with everybody I care about.
Oh, that's good. I thought you were just going to say everybody. I was going to be like, bitch.
No, I do that with everyone I care about.
No, but.
I even called Stallion in the car. What the fuck? I mean, the shower one time.
Okay, I was okay with the cared about, but then we went to.
Oh. Well, you're right. I kind of cheapened it a little bit.
I was like.
I talked to Alex and Jaden in the car.
Okay. Ooh.
Hold on.
Anyway, well, I will say it has been very hard for me. I can only speak for me, being so far away from you, because I'm like, at least before when we were in the suck, we were together.
Yes.
In the suck.
We worked the together suck.
Yes.
So.
And that brightened my day every day.
Of course, every
That's why I had to kidnap you and keep you off from my own, my precious.
Forever and ever.
Right.
No, but this is coming from people that we would talk before my shift, on my break for 30 minutes, or unless on the off chance that I didn't call you because I just needed like 30 minutes completely to myself because it's been crazy. And then after I get off of work. Now you've only reduced us to 5 o'clock in the morning, 30-minute calls.
Yes.
And we text when you get off of work. We don't even talk.
I'm so fucking exhausted.
I know.
There's
Girl,
no way.
I don't blame you at all. Completely.
There's only like 3 people that I text. When I get off work, that I'm off work, and you're one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. No, I'm not complaining at all. I completely get it. I just think it's funny because I'm like, this is a little bit of separation anxiety for me.
I kind of feel like we're in a relationship.
Low key.
You know what I mean? Like, we're kind of dating, and I'm like, babe, I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah,
I just got off work. I'm exhausted. But, hey, you know what? I get up every morning to talk to you on the way to work. You get the phone call. I just get a text message, you know? Like, it counts, right? And you're like, it's all right, boo. I'm like, all right, thank you. I'll see you this weekend. Okay, maybe not, but...
And then you roll over, and I smack you on the butt and say goodnight.
I know. Oh, those are the days. Yeah, but it felt like it had been weeks since I saw you, and I literally had a slumber party with you last weekend.
We spent like basically the whole weekend together, I feel like. And we did that the
weekends
weekend before.
Yeah.
I know, but I saw you and I was like, oh man, It's me so much.
I know. She's called me when I got off work and she was like, I want sushi and you.
And I want sushi whining you.
Right? Okay. Those were the real words, but sushi and me was all I heard. But,
Fair. To be fair.
No. And I was like, oh, I would be so in if, you know, like I didn't just get off work and I was exhausted, and because we share everything, if my bank account hadn't gotten hacked yesterday, and I had to shut down my bank account, freeze it, get new cards, everything else. So we're being careful right now, you know. And you were like, I got you. I'm on the way to your house. I'm almost there. We're gonna get sushi, my treat. And I was like, oh, and she got my baby chicken.
Girl, I know how to
She
do.
fed us all. So yeah, I'm like, that's what friends are for.
Yeah.
Now we're holding hands. In good times, in bad times, I'll be by your side.
I think this is really important to, like, when your relationship changes with somebody, because our relationship is going to change. We're not interacting with each other as much, you know, as we were used to. So,
You
like,
think?
no, we're literally not talking to each other as much. I don't think it's going to be a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just saying the relationship is going to be a little bit different. I feel like we are actually going to really cherish our time together more.
I was cherishing it before.
I was too, don't get me wrong.
I'm feeling like I'm a tumor now.
No, come on, girl, don't even take the words out of my mouth. No, I'm saying I feel like we're really going to cherish our togetherness because we're like, we only get so much.
I know, dude, and it's already come down to I'm exhausted when I get off, you know, and then I'm like, I legitimately have 2 days off, but they're not together. And one, you're working, you know?
Yeah.
And then, well, right now you're working both my days off. So it's like, I just see you at night, you know?
Yeah.
Which is so weird for us.
I know.
It's really weird for us. But, that's why I get through my training and then I can pick some days. But it's like, it goes with that. What do you really want? How do you really want your life to be, and what direction are you going in? And I would say that is the momentum and the moment and what this episode is about.
Yes.
Is because, you know, we've talked. And this week, I know we've been so busy as we've still been talking. And we talk about stuff all the time. But about the fact of, you know, when I worked that 15-hour day on the third day, and I was the one who decided to stay because I needed help, you know. I didn't have to, but I did. And I only say that because I'm like, I put that on myself, you know.
Yes.
It wasn't that they made me. But, you know, I was like, oh, what am I doing? I am 46 years old. I had surgery 6 months ago. Like, is this going to be worth it? Like, am I going to, you know, like, wear myself out? That kind of thing. And I was thinking about you.
Aw.
Yeah. And I was like, well, where do I want to be in 2 to 3 years, you know? And I'm like, I want to be on the bus. I want us to have our buses and travel around the world and the country like we've been talking about. And so that's one of the reasons I wanted to take this job, so I could hustle and bustle and put money away so that we could do that, you know? And then it's like, we want to have this podcast where it's the thing that
is driving us.
Yes. That's my focus. It's, you know, our relationship, our friendship, and our mutual dream for this baby, and to get out and talk to people around the world, you know, for us to show how we're all so much more alike than we realize, and how we all want the same things, and the whole love yourself. That's what makes your life beautiful and happy, and self-acceptance, self-awareness, growth, all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, the job I'm in right now, I am so thankful for it. I am thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for the environment. There are things I'm going to learn there, everything that are going to help even us, but, you know, help me in the long run, which we've talked about, stuff like that, about previous jobs, you know, for you too. That it's like, why the fuck did I do that? And it's like, oh, I learned this, and this about myself and how to do for work and stuff, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And so that's what really pushed me forward and kind of got me back on track, where I'm like, I am doing this for a reason. There is an end date and a goal, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'm like, I'm always open to anything, you know? I can be bought for a certain price. Like, maybe I stay a little bit longer. But I'm like, you know, I'm not trapped here. Like I told you before, you can leave anytime you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are very lucky, and that really hit me. I'm like, I am so lucky to And there's many wonderful countries out there. I'm not saying anything about anybody else's country yet. I haven't visited your beautiful home yet. I plan on it, wherever you're listening to this. But I haven't made it out there yet. So the only thing I know about is America. Okay? But I'm like, I do want to see everything. So I'm sure there's plenty of other countries where you have the same opportunities. But there's plenty of places in the world where you don't. As a woman, you know, as depending on your status or how much money you have, that I can just quit a job anytime and find another job.
And find another one.
There's plenty of places in this country that's not feasible. Girl. You know? Not everywhere can you just be like, I don't like this, I'm just going to go somewhere else and get a job. You know? Especially in today's economy and with the way that things are in today's world. But we are lucky enough to live somewhere where we have that ability.
Yes.
You know? And I'm like, if I really want to hustle, I can drive on down to fucking Nashville and make twice whatever I'm making here. But then you got to add on the drive, everything else, the wear and tear on your body, soul, car. Yeah, so, because I'm like, I've done that before.
Same.
I did that for 5 years. Yeah.
I did it for 3.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just don't want to do that because 2 hours on the road is 2 hours away from my family, 2 hours away from you, you know.
I mean, it's just bare bones. It's 2 hours away from sleep that your body needs, that you've been working however long. You've got to factor that in. That's like 2 hours to your shift.
So it's like the quality of life you want.
Exactly.
And where you're going. And I think so many times, you know, we bust on people that are out there hustling. It's that double thing where it's like, you have mad respect for somebody who's out there making their change, right? And who's living their dream, who's busting their ass to get into college or get through college, you know, working their dream. They're going to be a musician, a writer, you know, an athlete, whatever, you know, all this stuff. But then the same breath, you'll complain that they ain't never home. They're working their way up the corporate ladder, whatever. They never spend time with you, that kind of thing. And they're like, anytime I have free time,
it's with you.
Right? Yeah. And that's how we were talking. Like, in the morning times we talk, you know? And the evenings we text, whatever. Yeah. Because you're a priority in my life. And so I not only want to treat you that way and make sure that you feel that way, but also, like, I need you. Like, I need to talk to you. Like, you are my person, like, you know.
It's how I start my day off, right? Like, it's not a real day if I don't talk to Nicole. Like, that one, like, yesterday when we didn't talk, I was like, oh, I don't like this. Like, I was like, aw, like, I really realized how important you were to my morning routine of getting to work. Like, it's kind of how I, like, center myself right before I go in. Like, you know, and I don't even remember half the stuff we talk about. Like,
I know.
It ranges from serious to silly. Like, you know, it's kind of whatever the mood is that morning. But it really is that time that I'm like, oh, this is Nicole time. Nicole feeds my spirit, my soul. Like, she prepares me for, like, what I'm gonna do today. Like, this is important to me.
Right? Well, and so here's my point too. It's threefold. Okay? Follow me on this.
Okay.
If I lose direction, remind me there's 3.
Okay.
No.
10-4.
But one is like the relationship we have, right? And other relationships you have in your life. Families, friends, romantic relationships, you know.
Right.
It could be team stuff or, you know, a sport or Dungeons and Dragons, whatever. But the things that are priority in your life, those relationships, those activities, whatever that you're doing that, you know, that's a priority that you have to make time for. And that everyone will make time for, even if it's sitting on the couch, Netflixing. Yeah. Or video gaming. That's your thing. Like, you're going to, if that's a priority in your life, if that's your chill time, your downtime, you're into a series, whatever, you're going to make time for it. Right. Right? Then, you know, there's the thing where you have to make time for yourself. You know, like, for me, I'll get up at 4 o'clock in the morning so I can go sit outside and have my meditation, my tea, everything. Just me outside in nature. I got my forest and just like, you know? And just kind of center myself and start out with my gratitude, everything I'm thankful for. And then just let my mind wander. And sometimes it's going to the beach in Alaska, or, you know, and sometimes it's thinking about the show or you mean do stuff, or sometimes it's just, you know, just nothing, just like it just feels good. And then I have my phone call with you, and then I get ready for work, you know? But I make that time because I know when I get home in the evening, it's not going to happen. Right. You know, I'm going to be way too exhausted, and it's just going to be lay down and watch something and fall asleep, you know? So my thing is, you know, that's something else. For balance and for happiness and really peace of mind, peace of spirit, peace of soul, like heart, you have to have those two things where who are the people you're making that are a priority in your life, and making yourself still a priority, whatever your thing is. Even if you want to get up and go to the gym, or you want to watch your show in the morning, or you know what, I need to have me a bubble bath in the morning before I start my day, or in the evening. That's your thing. You want whatever it is. You have to have those two things, right? There's a third thing.
Okay.
The things you don't make a priority for, that you thought were important before, that used to fill your time.
Oh, the flip side.
Or the people that did.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even intentional. It's that you only have so much time.
Yeah.
And if I got, 10 minutes, that I'm like, half of that's going to you and half of that's going to my kids,
Wow.
Or, like, people are racing out here, y'all. Told you it was real.
I bet they have really big dicks.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Or they could, be a woman.
Really tight pussies.
Yes, exactly.
Big dick tight pussy. How
right? Exactly. Definitely perky breasts either way.
Oh,
but
100%. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off.
No, but the things you don't make a priority for, right? And it just happens naturally.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could realize it and you're like, oh, I don't even have time for that, But like yesterday, I went by and saw Amy on my day off, and I was just going to stop by for an hour or two, and then I ended up staying for like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
We were just having such a great time hanging out on her farm and feeding the chickens, and watching one chicken, it swallowed a baby rattlesnake.
Oh!
I was like, it's not going to hurt it? She's like, no, man, they eat all the snakes in the yard. She's like, they eat the bugs, like everything.
Shit.
Like, it's awesome. I'm like, you go, hen. Right? So I'm like, I hadn't seen her in a while. And I wanted to see her. And my youngest son and her youngest daughter are like besties. And they video gamed all day. And we sat outside and watched the pink sky. And I sent you a picture.
Was gorgeous yesterday.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like making a priority, you know? Friends and family, they're really important to you. Right? But then the things that you just don't have time for just slide away. And something else that happens is all the good stuff floats up, right?
Yes.
The same thing happens on the opposite side. If somebody isn't texting you or calling you or keeping in contact with you, they legitimately are probably busy. You know? But it also means you're not a priority for them. Now, if it happens once or twice, okay. But if the typical thing is the only time they're contacting you is for a booty call, they want something, they need something, whatever, and it's, oh, you're the best person in the world, and then you don't hear from them again.
You know what it is.
Yeah. And don't take it personal. It's not about you.
It's not about you. It's just the real. 100%.
Because I'm like, it's not personal now, I'm like, but I'm like, I only have so much time. And it really is now. If you contact me, I will respond. But I don't know if at the end of the day I'm going to be thinking of, like, who should I contact right now? Now it's like, pillow. I'm like too tired to eat, okay? Like, you brought me food. Otherwise, it would have been like, we had an apple for lunch. We're going to pass out. So, no, that's my point is that it's okay. Whatever you decide to make priorities in your life,
Oh,
But,
this is so comfortable. Sorry.
oh, she's laying down now.
Okay.
But just be conscious in your life. Evaluate. Take a second. If you're starting to feel down or starting to feel anxiety and stuff, what are you doing at that moment that's making you feel anxiety?
Yes.
What haven't you been doing that makes you feel anxiety? Have you been not watching your favorite show, not having that downtime? Have you not been talking to your friends? Have you not been taking time for yourself? Like, what is it? Because it's usually one of those three.
Right.
What would you like to add?
No, everything you said. I mean, I think that's a good way to go about life is ask yourself a question and then rephrase the question to the opposite meaning and see if you don't get more enlightenment.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to explain that.
So, like, you said, okay, so what's a priority? That's a good question, right? But then sometimes it's easier to say what's not a priority.
Girl,
you can know
you're right.
all the no's and only one yes, right?
Yeah, and that's where it really freaks you out when you're like, oh, I thought that was really important. It
Yeah.
is not.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's so obvious. And you're like, I've been wondering about this thing forever.
For a whole, like, forever and a day.
And now I'm like, oh, I got you, boo.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like,
yep.
Or I'm like, I really don't care about that no more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's kind of, I hate to use the word, but blessing.
Yeah.
It's a gift is the way I look at it. Because it just makes everything clear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm like, whatever you're doing that has cut your time back, is it worth it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, where are you going with it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the goal? You got to have a goal. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah. You've worn off on me. But
you're welcome.
Yeah, what's your vision for your life? How do you want to live your life? You know, and I often think about if this is my last year of life, if this is my last month, my week, my day, how would I live it? What would be important to me? I think about that a lot when I'm going through. It's when things are not bad, but just like go, go, go.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, whoa, let me take a moment. And what I'm doing, does that go with where I want to be?
With the goal.
Yeah. You know, have I spent enough time today with my kids or told them that I love them enough, you know? Have I checked in with you or Amy or, you know, Darlene and Nicole, who are all over the world.
Literally.
Right? Just, you know, those kind of things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's where we're at.
That's beautiful.
Right? Oh, and shout out to my girl, April. It's her birthday this month.
Whoop, whoop.
I love you, girl. You're awesome. I miss you. Hugs and kisses. So,
I ain't got no June shout outs. Sorry, guys.
it was awesome. My son's birthday, Hunter, and my son and daughter-in-law. I just call her my daughter, but it would have sounded creepy if I said son and daughter's anniversary.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
a little...
their anniversary, too. So.
That's a little questionable. That's a little too southern for
Way
us.
too, yeah.
Come on now. I know you're from Hill Country, but...
Damn. Hey, so's your mama. No.
She mountain people. She even worse than Hill Country. What you mean?
Okay. Miss Lola.
Oh,
She'll
Lola.
get your ass.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Lola's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. We went and spent time with her, too. I'm like, I miss that woman. She'll get you, though. You'll be thinking everything's cool, and next thing you know, you're like,
damn.
Lola, can you pull that fork out of my back?
And she'll be like, and then she'll twist it a little bit on the way out.
Yeah. She's like, oh, my bad.
It's like, oh, was that you? All with a cute little smile on her face.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing with that big smile on her face. And batting them eyelashes. Someone else does that I know.
Who?
You.
Huh?
Yes. And, dude, I about fell down the stairs when I saw your mom doing the same little cutesy face with her hand underneath her chin, just like you do.
She got that for me.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
I don't know what you're trying to say right now.
I don't know, that I love you and your whole family.
Yeah, that's right.
It is. I do. I love that.
Anyway.
But anyway. So, what's the priority in your life? Whatever it is, it's okay. Be honest with yourself.
Ask yourself, what do you really need?
Right? What do you really want?
What do you really want?
Because you can have anything. And I know people are going to be like, okay. I'm telling you, it is the truth. It is the truth.
Girl, I wanted some tie-dye sheets. I made myself some tie-dye sheets. I know that's a stupid example, but it's like one of those things of like, I wanted it. Mm-hmm. I went out, I got the things to do it, and I did it. Like, that's really how you live life.
Right? Well, with this job, my kids were in visiting from New York. Christian and my adopted Jew baby, Jordan, and a bunch of their friends for Nikki's birthday, and who just turned 16. And I was taking them to the airport after we were going to Nashville to go to Parthenon, and then the airport after I went to this interview. And so we go to the interview, and they're dropping me off, and they're going to go fill the car up and then come back and get me, right? And so they drop me off, and they're like, how are you feeling about the job? Like, you know, going into this and stuff. And I was like, it's mine if I want it. Like, I know that. So we'll see what they have to offer, right? And they both were like, damn. I'm like, I'm telling you, I know that. I looking good. Like, I got it down. I got not one but two resumes. You want the short one with my pretty picture, or do you want the long one with all the descriptions? Like, we give them both to you, you know? And I walked in there like that, and I really believed in my heart and soul. I'm like, this is my job if I want it, you know?
Right.
And she was so excited. She told me at the end of the interview she was going to call me the next day, you know, and for me to talk it over with my friends and family and stuff and let her know if it's good for me and everything. And I was like, that's right. And then when she did contact me and stuff, then she thanked me for taking the job.
Aw.
Right? Which I love. She's so sweet. But I'm like, that's the different mindset though, because I have one of the jobs going, oh God, I hope they like me. I hope they, are gonna hire me and stuff. And I'm like, oh hell no.
This is mine if I want it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where people always say, if you don't have a job, it's harder to get a job. Mm-hmm. But if you have one, then you can get one. Just like in relationships.
Yep.
If you're in a relationship, then everybody comes up out of the woodwork. But when you're single, you can't find nobody, right?
Right.
I was actually on a date one time, and this guy told me this, and he was right. He said the reason for that is because when you don't have something, you come at it with a needy energy.
Yes.
And people feel that.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But he was talking about jobs and relationships, when you're single or when you don't have a job, you come at it like, I need this job. And you come at it with that energy, which is almost desperation. It's not meant to be, but it can come off that way.
It comes off that way. People can smell the fear in the water, yeah.
Yeah. But when you go the other way and you already have a position, you already have a job, you're just looking for something different or better or whatever, you're not coming at that way.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, because you have something to fall back on. You're like, does this work for me? What do I really want? And you come in with that energy and they're like, oh, you don't need us. Well, I want you. Just like people.
Yep.
When you're in a relationship and you're like, hey, I'm happy, I'm secure, I got somebody, then people are very attracted to that because you're not giving them no attention. You're not like...
It's the confidence, too.
Yes, yeah. You're like, what? I don't need nothing. I'm going home in my sweats and still going to get some booty. Oh, I miss those days. But... not anyone in particular. I'm ready to have somebody. But anyway, everybody knows that. Just waiting for the right person. We got options, bitches, but, we waiting. Because if you mess with the wrong person, you ain't available for the right person. Anyway.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Girl, I'm telling you, it's the truth. So I'm like, what you got to show me? But when I have time. Right now, I'll be a little busy and a little tired.
A little busy, a little tired, a little busy. The first month is always the hardest for a new job.
I will say, though, we have gotten back on dating apps. We were off for a while.
Uh-huh.
We got back on them.
I saw you.
I know, right? And, we've met some nice folks. But we're too tired.
To interact with
anybody now. Yeah.
So now you understand me.
I do. There's a lot of things I understand now. I'm like, I get it. I get it. Because I used to always be on you like, just swipe. And you're like, I don't have any time to talk to anybody. And I'm like, oh, but you'll meet somebody. Then you'll make time whenever. I'm like, I have no time to talk to people.
It's not that you don't have the physical time. You don't have the mental time.
I have no wit.
Yeah.
I have no snappy comeback.
Bitch, this is me.
I have no flirting. I'm like, if I was in a relationship right now, I wouldn't fuck myself. Okay? Yeah. Much less expecting anybody else to. The last thing I'm thinking about is sex right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, you could rub my feet. I hope you
could touch my toe.
Right? Oh, I don't even know if I want you to cuddle me right now. Fuck, I'm sore. Oh, full body massage. That would do it. I would always do. Girl, full body massage. I'd be like, I'll be anything you want me to be. Don't forget the toes. No.
Get in between them, too.
Oh, God. The back and the shoulders and my butt massage, my ass, and my thighs. Whatever you want. Anyway,
I feel like this is where we should end it.
I'm telling you, man, now I'm like, maybe I would be okay for sex right now.
I can be persuaded.
I'm like, ooh, and then is there kisses too? Little play. Anyway.
Anywho's
this wine's kicking in. It's so good. Blueberry wine, y'all. All these. Oh, my ass hurts so bad. I need a massage. But, love you, peoples.
Love you, bye.
Sparkle and shine. Live your dream one day at a time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
That's right. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Love you.
Oh my gosh.